In 1983, the Cleveland Cavaliers were purchased by a pair of brothers, George and Gordon Gund. That's our guy Gordon right there. The former owner Ted Steipen had threatened to move the franchise to Toronto after numerous losing seasons. The Gunds more or less saved the Cavaliers franchise and would see the team qualify for the playoffs in 10 of 14 seasons throughout the late 80s and early 90s. Perennial All-Stars Mark Price, Brad Daugherty, Larry Nance led the way on the court. In 1994, Gordon and his bro built Gund Arena, a new home for the Cavaliers. Back when owners were badass and slapped their own name on a building, not a corporate sponsor. Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse? Really? Unfortunately, the Cavs hit a rough patch in the late 90s, beginning a stretch of 7 straight non-playoff seasons. But y'all know what comes with losing in the NBA, right? The chance to draft a generational talent high in the draft, which the Cavs were able to do when they selected DeJuan Wagner in the 2002... Wait, I got the year wrong. That's my bad. The Cavs drafted future Space Jam 2, a new legacy star, LeBron James, first overall in 2003. Gund would say of his team taking LeBron, quote, "There is no player for whom we would have traded this pick. There isn't a whole team. Big Gord knew talent when he..." Wait, this is awkward. I haven't mentioned it yet, but Gordon Gund is blind. A dirty little secret about LeBron's career is that arguably the best supporting cast he ever had in Cleveland was during his rookie season. Zydrunas Ilgauskas was in his prime, fresh off an all-star appearance in 2003. Jeff McInnis was a serviceable veteran point guard, Darius Miles was a former 3rd overall pick, and Carlos Boozer, who was in his 2nd season after making All-Rookie, would go on to average 16 and 11 playing next to LeBron. Yep, Boozer was a legit second option next to Bron, the best second option in his first stint in Cleveland. At least he should have been. Now, I'm guessing some of you never even knew Carlos Boozer played alongside LeBron, let alone produced at a near all-star level. And that's because after his sophomore season, Boozer would leave the Cavaliers and sign a massive 6-year, $68 million deal with the Utah Jazz. This wasn't a nice, easy, seamless negotiation, however. After the 03-04 season, Cleveland had a team option on Boozer's contract. Without breaking a sweat, Gund and then GM Jim Paxson could have locked the future all-star into at least one more season with the team. However, Boozer had firmly established his desire to stay, telling the Associated Press at the time, quote, "I want to be in Cleveland. I like it here. Good things are happening. My wife and I are very, very happy here." Well, sounds great. Like every other player in NBA history, though, Carlos Boozer desired long-term comfort, having stated earlier in the season a desire for financial stability and to stay in Cleveland. Man, he really said that a lot. That snippet, by the way, came directly from a letter to fans Gund wrote about the situation. Believing they had a, quote, "unique relationship with Boozer and his wife," Gund and Paxson made the decision to operate in good faith with the player. In this case, that meant declining their team option, allowing Boozer to be a restricted free agent, technically eligible for an offer sheet from another team, with the understanding he'd immediately sign a long-term deal to stay in Cleveland. This story is wild and does come down to a lot of he said, but according to Gund, he and Paxson told Boozer in a face-to-face meeting that when he would become an RFA, at least 7 teams would pursue him with the ability to pay him more money. They even posed the scenario as a rhetorical question, to which Boozer apparently answered and once again assured them he'd stay. Gund stated that Boozer, his wife, his agent, they all knew the situation and were all on board. Boozer reportedly told Paxson, quote, "I want to get this deal done as quickly as we can." Whatever was said or insinuated by Boozer, well, in the words of Soulja Boy, Boozer would immediately sign an offer sheet from Utah just days after that meeting in Cleveland with Gund and Paxson. The Cavaliers made the decision to not match the deal, as doing so would have required them to make a number of personnel moves to free up the cap space. At the end of the day, as modern poet Tahid K. Epps once theorized, money talks. You ain't got none? End of discussion. NBA rules dictated the Cavs could offer Boozer up to $42 million, whereas a team like the Jazz could and did offer $68 million. I mean, it's not really a mystery why Carlos did what he did, but to sit face to face with a blind man, to offer him reassurance and confirmation that you would sign a contract in good faith, only to take advantage and secure a bigger bag elsewhere? I mean, that's on some Michael Corleone timing, bro. Insane behavior. Oh, and something I've yet to mention, in a twist of sick, impossible to believe fate, Carlos Boozer's agent at the time was none other than Rob Pelinka, who along with Boozer immediately ghosted the Cavs after deciding to sign in Utah. Pelinka's been screwing LeBron since day one. He can't keep getting away with it!